Ryan, the credit man Willis here, and we're talking about legitimate credit repair companies and how they work. So here's the thing. There's now federal law, the Credit Repair Organizations Act, which governs how credit repair companies can go about fixing your credit report. And the two ways that legitimate credit repair companies will work to fix your credit report is by one, disputing the credit bureaus directly in order to remove derogatory, questionable information from your credit history, which is one of the best ways. That reflects your payment history, which according to FICO, the company that calculates your credit score, that's the most important factor when it comes to your credit score, and it's roughly 35% of your overall credit score. The second thing they'll do is deal with some of the collection agencies, and one of the ways they'll do this is by asking for validation. You again can do this yourself, and again they don't make it easy for you to do, which is why many folks turn to a professional. But what that does is it makes the collection agency provide legal documents and evidence that they own your account. They're the legal rights holder to your account. If they are the legal rights owner, then you can, and assuming a statute of limitations, we'll include a link to another video for some more about dealing with collection agencies. But if it's legal, if it's legally theirs, it's within the time frame, and you want to clean up your credit and get a better credit score, negotiate for a settlement for less. Never pay the full amount. But they'll negotiate with them, and often collection agencies won't validate debt accounts. They won't do it. And if that happens, you're not legally responsible for repayment, and it cannot be on your credit report. The other thing here, with that said, when you make a payment, you have to follow some stipulations. Otherwise, that collection item on your credit report is just going to change to a paid collection, which doesn't do anything good to build credit. That's still a derogatory negative item. It's not a good credit item. Be careful of any hourly fees. Instead, you should be looking at paying a low monthly fee. About $100 you're looking at kind of at the most about $100 a month, and you're going to have to use it for a few months. Everybody's situation is different and unique. Also look at how long the business has been around. The longer, the better. The FTC and the government has really cracked down on this industry because, like every industry, there's been some less than reputable, less than ethical companies in there. Anybody that talks about an EIN, an employer identification number, talking about trying to change your identity or work around things, that's not legitimate. Avoid guarantees, avoid hourly fees. Some folks have paid huge, like thousands of dollars for credit repair. You don't have to do that. You can have a professional do this stuff for you for really just a couple $100, even 6 months. That's still only $600 at $100 a month. And there's many firms that offer much lower rates. But the real thing that this does, other than eliminate the annoyance and the hoops that the credit bureaus require you to jump through and the collection agencies, is your time is important, and to organize all this stuff and to know all the federal laws and to be aware of what the credit bureaus have to do. Most consumers aren't. You have to invest years doing research in this stuff. You have federal laws and rights. All these laws, all this stuff that you hear about is there for your protection. It's not there for the credit bureaus. It's not there for the credit repair companies. It's not there for anybody but you, and it's there for your protection. You'd have many rights. The two big laws are the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which entitles you to dispute any item on your credit report that you believe is inaccurate. And an item can be inaccurate for a multitude of reasons. Even if it's a legitimate debt, that doesn't mean all the information's correct about it, and thus it's inaccurate and questionable. And it is true, you can't legally remove an accurate item without waiting 7 to 10 long years. But here's the kicker. What's accurate? It's what you believe to be accurate. So basically, it's good faith. No consumers ever, since 1970, have ever been prosecuted or faced any sort of consequences for disputing any item on their credit report. That was passed to protect you and to give you the right to dispute the information that's on your credit report, because way back in 1970, Congress realized how important this information is about you. It influences where you live. It influences what you're driving. And one of the increasing trends in our brave new economy is many employers will check your credit report before they offer you a position. So please be careful, be cautious. And the last thing is, a lot of credit repair companies will tell you up front they are fully compliant with the CROA, Credit Repair Organizations Act. And the reality is, you won't really need an attorney to do anything with your case most often. Frequently, they'll have a paralegal do most of the case, who should be available to you, and that's another important thing to check. Not so much between a legitimate and an illegitimate, but you should be able to call and have customer service, find out what the latest is with your progress. You should really see results from that very first month. You should see things happening. You should be getting communications. Avoid anybody that just doesn't smell right, sound right, or taste right. Like they say, avoid anything that sounds too good to be true, guarantees, we're going to fix everything for you, it'll happen overnight, because it won't happen overnight. It can happen quickly. So please do some research, be cautious. Please visit an article at our website for some more tips. We're going to include a link in the description below. Please subscribe and join our congregation. If you'd like a free report, we have one at our website, link in the description below. The 7 super simple steps to clean credit. This is Dan the Credit Man Willis here. Please like this video. Please have a fantastic afternoon, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.